we kind of ask everybody for advice for filmmakers, and you've been at the epicenter of so many productions over 3 decades working. You're seeing it all happen. So, what is your best advice for somebody that's an aspiring filmmaker?
Well, it's quite different. The advice from 1991 to 2021, I would say, is quite different. I mean, now everybody has a phone. They have the camera. They're ready to go. In 1991, getting a camera was an effort. You had to figure out how to get the camera. So, my advice, if you want to be a filmmaker, is make a film. Just make a film. Get your creative friends together. Put together a story. It doesn't have to be long. You're just trying to get the ball rolling. It's not even about how good it is. It's about getting the feel of making these decisions, understanding the editing, understanding score, understanding tone, understanding pace. Do it. There's no better way to learn anything than to do it. I mean, that's what I wound up doing because I didn't study film. I was a history major, for goodness sakes, in college. I graduated with a history degree. And then I went straight into finance. And the only reason I studied history because I thought I'd be going into finance, and this was my last chance to study history. And I loved history. So I studied history. And then sure enough, I pounded the pavement and got a job at one of the top firms on Wall Street, but in Boston, and busted my ass there on the job and learned very quickly and became a moderately successful broker at a very young age, and then stopped and then came out to California. And then I didn't, like I said, when I showed up to the set on Pulp Fiction, I didn't know who Quentin Tarantino was. Reservoir Dogs was there, but this was new to me. I didn't know, I knew De Niro, but
wow,
I'm breathing. So I knew De Niro, but the way I learned was and then there's a certain amount of innate, I did, even from the first movie set that I was on, there's got people who had PA'd for a while, and they're like, oh my God, nobody's telling us which direction the shot is. I'm like, well, isn't that the camera? Isn't it pointing that way? So wouldn't the shot be looking that way? Maybe we should lock up over there.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of common sense to be applied.
Yeah, right. So there's just some things that were easy, but most of everything I just learned by doing it and failing sometimes. It's okay. I love failing. I love it
Successful
because
failure.
the success.
Yeah.
As long as you're open to I guess, being critical of yourself to be able to learn from mistakes, that's the best way to learn something, I think, is to lick your wounds and try again.
Well, in those years when I was a stockbroker, we went through the training program and we had all these sales seminars. And one of the most important things that I ever learned in that whole time was in one of the sales seminar, a guy said to me, you're going to get said to the group of us, you're going to get hung up on, you're going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to fail. And that is great. Because every time you don't succeed, you are one step closer to the person who really needs you.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.